welcome back to my channel, and today is going to be the first Makeup Monday video, and we are making a look with the mini controversy palette from the Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star collection, and also kind of like a draw my life without the drawing part because I'm terrible at drawing. Like, we're just not going to do that. But yeah, put together, and it's something different. I don't think anyone's done it. Before this video begins, I do want to say that all my socials are down below, as well as Venmo and Cashapp. Do not feel obligated to donate. They're just there if you want to donate. That's totally up to you. Don't feel obligated. But yeah, with no further ado, look at me trying to be a beauty guru, and I'm just, I should stop. Without further ado, let's get on to this video. This will be a voiceover, just a heads up. And yes, Dr. Pepper, please sponsor me. I do want to say that the look I'm going to do today did get me hit on by 3 different men in the same day, which was very uncomfortable for my socially awkward self. I just laughed, said thanks, and walked away trying not to crap my pants. Woo, and we wonder why I'm single. Also, I don't tend to use Tarte concealers because they're very drying and I have dry skin. But on my eyelids, they work phenomenal because we are doing a halo crease. Well, my attempted halo crease. Also, the brushes are in different videos like this because they didn't want to focus. They wanted to be a pain in my butt. So yeah, sorry, not sorry. I had to do what I gotta do, you know? To start things off, I was born on March 21st of 1998. Back in 1998, that was a Saturday, if anyone cares. Probably not. I was born at 5:04 in the morning, woo, bright and early, at St. Anthony's Hospital, which is now Mercy South for those who know nothing about St. Louis. I was a month early, as well as my 2 older brothers. Except my 2 older brothers, my mom had an epidural on. My mom wanted an epidural after panicking at the last minute, but guess who came out kicking? Me. But lo and behold, little did we know, I was suffocating myself with my own umbilical cord. I was blue and purple coming out. They had to shove me back in my mom's hoo-ha and try again. My mom screamed, and I quote, "Get this child out of me," because it was such a painful birthing. Thank you, Mom, for implanting that in my brain. Much appreciated. After those fun adventures at the hospital, I went back to my hometown in a little old town called Dupo, Illinois. I always tell people don't blink on the highway when you're passing it because you'll miss it. It's a very small town with some bomb snow cones, though. Ugh, I still go there for the snow cones, no lie. But I lived in a house with my 2 brothers, my mom and my dad, and our dog Murphy. Despite having 2 older brothers, they are 10 and 8.5 years older than me, so they weren't in the house much growing up. But that's okay, I had Murphy growing up. Growing up was pretty difficult for me, actually. I don't know why, but I was an extremely reckless child. I have story times on top of story times, and I don't even know why I did what I did. But I never really made friends very easily. I've always been socially awkward to anybody that's not in my family. Even with my brothers, actually, I'm socially awkward, so I can't even lie about that. In 2006, my mom, dad, Murphy, and I moved to St. Louis, Missouri, where I started a new school as a ending 2nd grader, beginning 3rd grader. And that was not easy whatsoever. Not only was I reckless growing up, but at this point I was also weird. What am I doing in the video? Why am I being so extra? Anyway, I've always been weird to other people, but I'm just being myself. And once again, my quote is, if you're weird for being yourself, stay weird. But it's gotten me through school being hella lonely, because I've had no real friends, only fake friends, and I've been stabbed in the back so many times. But also, I was very gullible and naive back in my little old days. In 2009, I graduated 5th grade, and I could not read past a 3rd grade level. They just kind of shoved me forward because I was a very reckless child. They didn't want to deal with me anymore Because I started having meltdowns from 3rd to 5th grade, I was pushed in a corner by myself because they didn't want to deal with me and take the time to teach me one on one. Little did they know at that time my mom's mom passed away, and I had no clue what death was until then, and the concept blew my mind and made me lose my mind. Also, I was feeling myself in that clip, not gonna lie. Um, but also, I started having traumatic experiences happen. I'm not going to go into detail in this video, or probably ever, I don't know. But I was dealing with a lot, especially at home. My dad wasn't the nicest person and nobody knew, and he was getting more aggressive as well. In 6th grade at the school was the first time I tried to actually kill myself, and they sent me to a psych ward. And after the psych ward, they sent me to a behavioral school because they thought I wanted nothing but attention. When really I was screaming for help, and they just stood there and watched me attempt until the very last second where I could have lost my life. At 12 years old, I went to Washington University where I was properly diagnosed because my mom swore up and down something was wrong. It's not just her, she needs help. And they diagnosed me with multiple diagnoses that was like a smack in the face to the teachers who swore I was just a behavioral disturbance. After finding out one of my diagnoses is the complete opposite of behavioral disturbance, I am emotionally disturbed, they moved me to an SSD school, which is a special school district school. There I would get more one-on-one help because I was failing hardcore due to all my emotions overtaking my life. I then tried to go back to a regular high school in 9th grade, and nobody seemed to let go of the fact that I had problems in elementary school and middle school and that I randomly disappeared from the school. And the bullying was so bad I could not do anything less but sleep and have panic attacks when the fire alarms went off 3 times a week, and I'm not even joking. Within the first couple months of being there, I was flunking hardcore, and I got sent back to this SSD school. I did get bullied at the school despite it being a special needs school because there were behavioral disturbance. Oh, I almost dropped my Shane palette in the sink. That's why I panicked. As I was saying, I did get bullied. There were 2 classrooms that were high functioning despite them mainly being behavioral disturbances. I was one of the very few who had actual disabilities, quote unquote. And I got bullied for being a teacher's pet because I did my work and then I would get told to do things for the teacher that everyone else wanted to do, but they didn't do their work. So that's the big reason I got bullied, was being a goody two-shoes, so to say. But also I helped other special needs individuals during my downtime because I did my work like I was supposed to. I do want to mention we were on high school credits. It was just more one-on-one help to get the help we needed. Like me, I'm a very slow learner on certain subjects, and I have to have someone overly explain something sometimes for me to understand. I did graduate with all A's and one very generous B in math because I graduated high school only knowing Algebra 1, and don't ask me how to do it now because I count on my fingers nowadays. I don't even know how to do short division, so please don't ever ask me math questions. Before senior year started, my dad did pass away, and I was more myself. I was a different person because I felt a lot of freedom. Like I said, my dad wasn't the nicest person in the world, and I go to therapy every week to cope because it was that bad. My dad kept me in this bubble of what he would call reality, but he didn't practice what he preached. I didn't see all of his true colors till after I started going to therapy and realizing, wow, he really was a bad man. So, graduating high school, I went into the real world and got a big slap in the face, made very poor decisions, in which I'm not proud of. And now at 21, I can finally say I'm mature. I have my life pretty straight for the most part. I mean, I'm 21. What do you want from me? But it's still not an easy life. I still have my emotions overtake my days sometimes. But that's okay. Because at least I'm cute now. As a child, I was ugly, boy. But in all seriousness, yes, I have learned a lot of life lessons the very hard way. There could have been an easier way in life, but I had to learn for myself. and therapy has helped me become who I am today, and I'm very thankful to have what I have in my life. My life is still a very big roller coaster of problems and emotions and things I deal with on the daily, but it's nowhere near what I've been through. And to be alive and sitting here and everything, it's really a true blessing. And if you knew everything I've been through in life, you probably would poop your pants. Because sometimes I poop my pants just like wondering how I'm still alive. Disclaimer, I don't actually poop my pants. My dream job since I was 11 is to be a YouTuber, and to finally be on YouTube and be somewhat noticeable, like people actually kind of know who I am, despite me being very small. It means the world to me, and I cannot explain how great I feel just knowing that people actually care enough to watch. Because growing up without anybody, really, you think all the time that you're not good enough for anything. And I would love to be a motivational speaker as well. Be on a platform so big that I travel and meet people and tell them it's gonna be okay. Because it is. I'm living proof that you can go through hell and stay alive, and also go through hell and not be bitter. Because here I am. If anyone should be bitter, it should be me. But I'm not. It's just not who I am. It may have taken me 10 years of failed attempts to take my life and negativity and brokenness to be this positive, but the light at the end of the tunnel will be found, and there is a purpose. Everyone's here for a reason, and I'm wanting to spread the word so much coming from someone who's a survivor and a warrior. Because I didn't just survive, I beat the battle. And that is amazing. So I need people to know that it's okay. What you're going through now is temporary, despite if it lasts a decade or not. You're gonna be fine. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. It really helps me out. And I post on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and all my socials again are down below. So yeah, and until next time, Marissa is out. Bye.